you find this? Coming live from the outhouse. Welcome to Same Shit, Different Toilet.
What kind of shit is that?
Everyone can eat shit! Big bag of shit! See you motherfuckers at the dance!
I am your man, Fresh. And now, introducing Mr. Orange and Duffman.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Oh no, baby, I won't give up that easy. No.
Hello and welcome into Same Shit, Different Toilet. Episode number 9.
Number nine.
It feels like it's been a long time since we've done this. One day makes a difference when you get into a schedule, huh?
I guess so. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I am your man, Fresh, alongside the too faithful Duffman. What's
Yo.
up?
Hey, man. It is Tuesday night in the outhouse.
That's weird.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
kinda
Orange was
weird.
saying.
Yeah.
Mr.
It
Orange.
feels like it's a Monday, though, because of the
We're
routine.
so used to the routine.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Orange?
Not much, buddy.
How you doing?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
This guy spent some time in a nice, relaxing, peaceful place.
Yeah. Went up to the mountains. Hit out for 5 days, right? 4 days? 5 days? It's a lot.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was good.
awesome.
It was really good.
You're going to tell us about that,
I'm
right?
going to tell you about all that.
Awesome.
I was digging those pictures you were sending. It's like, it makes me want to go.
I got to hit Twitter with a lot of those. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to today's show, and we're going to talk about just getting away from it all and unplugging. Basically, finding your chi, as I like to call it. Mm-hmm. Is that what you were searching for up there?
Chi? Call it whatever you want.
Chi.
Yeah. I mean, it's an inner peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to just kind of stop
Calm.
worrying about so many things. I went up there and I had tasks to do, and then once that task was done, I had nothing to do. It was great.
Hell yeah.
That's so cool. And from what I understand, you went up there with your boys. You went up there with the mini me's, right? Tangelo and
Mandarin.
Clement Mandarin.
No Mama KGB, huh?
She had to work. She worked for her mama, so she's helping her out.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just me and the boys.
I was jelly. I mean, I got my own stuff going on. It's all positive. Don't get it twisted. But I was like, I want to go stomp around in the woods. Do you got any? Well, I mean, we can get into this a little later. But are there any like animals out there that you got to worry about? Like, is it bear country or is it mountain lions or?
A little bit of everything.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's the forest. It backs right up to a forest. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Hey, we're also going to play a new game today, fellas. Who said that shit?
Who said that shit?
Yeah, this should be fun because I'm gonna be reading you guys this thing, but I don't know the answers either. So, hopefully, we get some of these right,
It'd be fun.
and then we're always gonna finish the show on a positive note. The P3.
Positively positive positivity.
That's right. We always want to leave you with a smile when you're walking out the door of the outhouse. And make sure you go over to the website, theouthouse.com. Give us a follow on Twitter, @theouthouse. We make it pretty simple. Head on over. Shoot us a tweet. We want to hear what you think about the show. So, hey, I want to hear about this mountain shit. I want to hear about this because you're inviting us up there.
Well, but first,
Should we do a live podcast from up there?
We could.
I think that would be great to do a live podcast. I think it would be great to do a live podcast remotely from the mountain house, the mountain outhouse, remote locations. That's gonna be
outhouse.
great.
That is awesome. The mountain outhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, tell us about why you got that new hat. That's a pretty sick hat.
I do. It's a little tradition I go through
Nice gradient A's hat. Oh, you get a new hat for the season,
for the season.
and then
Right.
you already. I haven't been to a game yet. I mean, we're a week into the long season, but you were just at opening day.
I was. It was awesome, and I inadvertently took your advice.
What was that?
You said to take the train.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Bro, I didn't even know we were taking the train. My buddy says, be at my house at 6 a.m. It's a 1:05 start. I'm like, 6 a.m.? What the fuck are we doing, dude? Like,
beating traffic.
Yeah, well, that too.
well, it leads to what we were fucking going to do.
Opening
So-
day traffic, Bay Area work week traffic.
Exactly.
Because it was like opening day was on a Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Thursday. So I got to miss work, which is awesome. But, and get paid.
Well, it was a work function. Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, yes, it was a work function. It was with a bunch of guys in the industry that I'm in.
Yeah.
And so we hop on the train, 7 in the morning is when we get to the train station, get on the train. These guys start cracking beers on the train.
Hell yeah, because that's what you do.
Yeah. Well, me being the motion sickness person that I am was sitting the wrong way first and foremost, right? Because I just took the first seat. I didn't know. I knew one of these guys. And there was like 6 of them on the train with us. So I knew one of these guys was kind of feeling it out, listening, But I'm sitting, the train's going backwards. Is the train going backwards? I'm going backwards.
Facing seats, yeah.
I'm facing the back of the train, and it's moving, and I'm going backwards, and I can't stand this shit, guys. Like, I feel like I'm just going to yak everywhere. So I asked somebody, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can flip seats with me. So I flipped. Still wasn't really feeling it because if I'm not controlling it in my own brain, it's not right. It's hard for me to watch other people play fucking video games.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not controlling what's going on.
Have you?
I'm not
had
big on watching.
Have you tried Dramamine? Or have you?
I do, yeah, when I fly. Because that turbulent shit, that's the worst.
Does it make you sleepy? I've never taken it.
No.
You should take it for the train or for cars, road
shit,
tripping.
man. I mean...
Well, now you know. So did you get sick?
No, I started drinking beer.
And you don't really... Fresh doesn't really drink beer.
No.
Not like Orange and me, which, by the way, we're off for April. Sober April, right? # Sober April. Anyway.
That's nice, guys. I like that.
28 days.
Isn't that the name of that movie about going to rehab?
I thought that was a movie about zombies or something. No, that's like 28 days later.
Sandra Bullock.
Shit,
I remember that. Sandy Bullock makes good fucking flicks.
I'm not doing that with you guys. So.
No, that's fine. You don't have to. Nobody has to.
I don't drink that much, so I'm not worried about it.
But it's 28 days into the month that we're going to the mountain house, so that's why I said it was funny.
So,
yeah, and I know what you were talking about, not to get too far off topic, but I don't know. If we're going to the fucking mountain house and we have literally nothing to do and we're sleeping over and we gotta, I want to get faded. I'll give
you the benefit of the 3 days left or
when
whatever,
you're working,
right?
well, that doesn't mean that I almost just destroyed my laptop.
Wow.
That doesn't mean that the next, like, say we come home the next day or the 30th or something. I don't know. Whatever. Like, it's all good.
Anyway, I was drinking. I started drinking beer. It was probably 8. And I don't drink that early ever unless I've been up all fucking night. That's the only reason why. But that doesn't happen anymore. I'm too fucking old. But anyway, by the time we get to the stadium, I think I probably had like 4 beers, right? And
What kind of beers?
This was like 9 o'clock when we got there.
Were they Bud Lights or
Bud
were they?
Light. It was Bud
okay.
Light.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's
I'm
train
not,
beer.
breakfast
beer. Daytime beer.
breakfast
Fucking
beer.
water. Oh yeah, when you go camping, you drink like Bud Light, Coors Light all day long, and then break out the whiskey and the IPAs for the evening and for dinner because you got to be able to function.
It's pretty much what these guys were doing, I guess, now that I see it. But anyway, we get to the parking lot, and it's just 9 a.m., fucking party going on already.
Hell
Not
yeah.
just us, but hella people.
Yeah, tailgate.
Oh,
baby.
yeah, it was
Opening
awesome.
Day.
You walk towards the bathrooms, dude, you hear like 8 different songs as you walk, You're just like digging every song, dude.
Barbecuing.
Oh, yeah. We were barbecuing, fucking carne asada. These guys do it up big, man. Dude even gave me half a fucking brownie, which got me zoning.
Was that the guy you knew, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, it was some guy I'd never met before.
And how did
took
that
an
go
edible
down?
from a stranger.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of sketch. So is that why you can't sit down? I noticed you weren't using your stool tonight.
No.
Sorry.
No, but this dude, it was good. Like, it tasted good. And he was like, oh, yeah, the secret, man. It's like, you got to add. He told me. I forget now. 'Cause I was fucked
You
up.
took a half a homemade brownie from a stranger? The story gets better every time you tell a new part to it.
I didn't realize
I'm on
all
the
this
edge of
until
my
now.
seat.
You guys are all saying it. I really didn't realize any of this.
I just want to know how that conversation initiated, because most people in California, Northern California, Southern California, most people are down.
Other guys,
But how do you break the ice on the topic? And now it's a lot more easier now of legalization. But I wonder how this stranger at a work event on the train got to breaking you off half a brownie. I want to know what happened there.
Too many breakfast beers.
Dude, yeah.
So you just went up to him and be like, "Hey man, I wish I had a pop brownie."
I was sitting next to him on the train, and
Right.
he broke it out. He's like, "Dude, you want half that?" Like,
Oh, okay.
like it wasn't like anything like trying to convince me or, "Hey, little boy,
No, I don't know. That
you want this brownie?"
the possibilities are endless. I was curious. I think it was a
It could be a bold move in a wrong professional environment.
yeah.
But, okay, so dude, I'm totally zoning. I never been in the Coliseum that fucking zoned. I wasn't like drunk, I was drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
But the fucking brownie and the Bud Light had me just like this floating head through the people in the fucking concessions, It was crazy. Finally sat down and the game was cool. Like,
Where'd you
it was
sit?
a good ass game. Literally right behind home plate in the second level and right underneath in the shade.
Oh, that's cool.
Like right behind. It's nice and shady, no sun. It was
spot.
warm that
You're
day
up high
too,
enough
man.
that you can
That's what I
see
told you.
everything.
Yeah, I should have worked.
yeah,
towards
you got
it.
a good vantage point.
Yeah, it was literally right behind home plate though. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I try to find this chick who says she's gonna be there. No service. You know how it is when you're around hella people with phones at concerts or ball games or anything. Like your phone just doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work right.
Well, and then you'll get on the complimentary Wi-Fi, and it's like that is hit or miss sometimes.
Exactly. No, I didn't even try it.
Though
I guess.
I've had some success at the new Golden One with their Wi-Fi.
But they opened that new tree lounge bar or something.
Oh, the
in Oak-
tree house or
Tree
whatever.
House, thank
Yeah,
you.
what is
Yes.
that?
Dude, it's fucking huge. First off, there's like pool tables in there and shit. It's like a bar basically.
But it's all kind of outside, so you can watch the game while you're there.
Well, yeah, there's like a door that goes. There's a big window and then like a door you can walk out to the patio.
Can
and
you
it,
get
like,
planked
overlooks
by
it.
a home run while you're playing pool?
Absolutely, they gotta fucking hit it a ton.
Oh,
but not while you're playing pool. That's like
glassed
like
off.
the back entrance.
Oh well, they wouldn't want
That way
anybody
the
throwing
concession.
pool balls into the field. Can you imagine some
But
drunk?
dude, I walked in there opening day. It's the first day this bar's open. There's just people fucking everywhere. I'm like, I am not gonna find this girl. Not the way my head is fucking floating around all these other people right now.
Oh.
So I couldn't use my phone. I couldn't like Instagram her and message her. It didn't work. I finally get them after we left. So I finished watching the game. Fucking jump on the train. This dude I'm with is just obliterated. He had way too many beers, and he's a loud motherfucker. You think I'm a loud motherfucker? This dude puts me to shame. Right? So we get on the train. There's this Asian kid sitting by himself on a 4-person table, and it's 3 of us. I walk up, right? I'm the first one up there. I'm like, hey, dude, you mind if we sit down? He's like, no, man, it's all good. This belligerent drunk motherfucker sits down right across from him, looks at him, and goes, do you speak English?
Oh my god!
We both, me and my other buddy, looked at each other. We're like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? I would punch this guy for that shit. Like,
That's not cool.
yeah, it was some college kid, like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, he played it off pretty cool. Like, I speak English. Like, I felt bad for the kid, but the dude was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me fucking buy you a drink. I'm on my way to class, man. Like, I go to Berkeley. Like,
I'm not day drinking like a fucking ass.
he wouldn't leave it alone. The kid was like, fine, dude, just buy me a fucking drink. He took a couple drinks and bounced,
Wow.
But that was an interesting experience as well. Then we went to sushi when we got back to Sac, which is cool. And then
And
we
the
took
A's
an
won
Uber
again?
home. And the A's won.
In extras too.
In extras. On a walk-off. Always great. It was a fantastic day.
That's a good way to start the season.
That is. Hopefully it's a good omen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping my boys do something worth notable quotes. I don't fucking know. That doesn't make sense, but
Right.
yeah. But it was fun, dude. Like, and taking the train is the way to go. You were right on the mark right there, dude.
It's fun.
It's just pricey.
It is.
I didn't, dude.
Yeah.
I spent $7 all day.
No, it's a little pricey.
$7 fucking
Isn't
dollars.
it like $50 a ticket?
Round trip. It
Round
might
trip.
be.
I think
In the
round
40s.
trip $50. But
Yeah.
parking, gas, sober driver, length
Yeah.
of time, and the It's okay, so maybe you don't do it every time. So sometimes it's cool to drive and park. It's not that big a deal. Someone's always sober to tailgate, all that stuff. But it's a cool experience of everybody. Oh, my back just seized. Did you hear my voice?
Oh shit!
Wow, that hurt. It's a cool experience just to be there with your bros or your friends or your family and just everybody talking and eating and drinking. You could bring sandwiches on there. Like it's kind of like a mobile picnic. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Dude, I was out in the park and it's like
Cypress Hill concert in here.
it was fucking crazy, dude. It just people
Bay Area, baby.
Bacon, bro. They just don't care.
I love it. The season's in the
too.
air, man. Last week's show, it's ironic because we did the bracket with, we had some discussion about the Sandlot and A League of Their Own, and I was listening back to it, and I was like, oh man, I don't know why I didn't vote Sandlot, but I guess I was in that mood. It varies between mood, but so I'm driving to work and I'm thinking that thought. And I was like, because I went back to work this week. Monday was my first day back to work, and I was like, I need to take a break. Kind of like something we're talking about this week. One of the themes is getting away and taking a break. So every now and then, a 10-minute break of your chore, just stepping away and walking away, come back with a clear head. Yeah. So I'm scrolling the internet. What best does someone do when they're either taking a shit or taking a break is they whip out their mobile device, their cell phone, their iPad, or their iWatch, whatever. Fucking...
Apparently, a tank just drove.
Wow.
We're under siege, man.
So I go outside, I take a walk real quick, and I'm scrolling one of my favorite websites. It's a movie website, Movie News, and sometimes they're a little too stuck up. They talk a lot of shit about Sandler, and I don't like it. But I like to hear about the new news, and I just don't read a lot of their spin. I don't like a lot of their spin. That's the perfect term. But they're making A League of Their Own into a television series where they're going to follow the Rockford Peaches, the actual team, through like each game, and like they're going to go out to the bar. It's going to be like the TV show, like, or the movie spread out into an episode, and it's going to follow their season. And I was like, it kind of sounds cool. Like, when's the last time you ever had a professional baseball TV show? A TV show.
I don't know.
Think of one. No, I know.
Oh.
Go ahead.
There was one that was just out.
You're fucking out.
What?
There was one that with the female pitcher that was out 2 years ago. And then Eastbound and Down.
That's not. Now that I think about it,
I've never seen Eastbound and Down.
What?
I want to see it.
Classic, dude.
That guy's funny.
Yeah.
Danny McBride. He's hella funny.
Yeah. He's definitely a fucking character. That's for sure.
Anyway, I mean, there's too many shows, but I don't know why. I was like, maybe because I love that movie so much.
Well, it was interesting because there was a question of whether or not they were going to try to update it somehow, or if they were just actually going to do it in the 40s. It looks like they are going to do it in the 40s.
Right, but then they're going to have, like, it's going to be like that, but more of a contemporary take on comedy, because obviously we're not going to be talking like this, sister.
They might be.
You never know. Are they going to go, like, full period piece, like an HBO drama? Or
I know
is
a
it
guy
gonna
they
be
could call. Clark Chris, he needs a job.
I don't know where Clark is this week, man. He's
might be sleeping it off, huh?
Well, he does minor league hockey games on the side.
Oh, there we go.
Another thought that I had as I was getting back into the daily grind, and I feel like I love working at home more. Like, there was a stretch where I didn't shave for God knows how many days. And there was a stretch where I didn't comb my fucking hair for like, now even when I would shower or whatnot, I would like wet comb it real quick, but I wouldn't put any pomade in it. Like, I wouldn't I put on a pair of slacks on Monday. I was like, this is the first time I tucked a shirt in a god awful long time.
Feels good.
And luckily, it does actually feel good to dress up and get up and go to work and stuff. And I was thinking, I'm going to try to give my boy everything that I can, but he's got to learn to work and he's got to learn to earn. So I was going to Toys R Us because they're going out of business and everything's on frickin' sale. And they're easing it in. They're going to work this sale for months because anything you want is only 10% off right now. And then they jack the prices up to bring it down 10%, which is like nothing. I did find some cool like baby gear for him. It was 20% off. The baby shit was 20% off. I got him a couple little baby fits. But I saw this one toy by Fisher Price, and it's called the Soul Crushing Meeting. It's hilarious. They've got this little kid in like a suit with a tie, and he's leaned over aggressively jotting down notes. There's like a musical conference call phone in the middle middle of the table.
They're all drinking coffee.
They have these plastic little Fisher Price Starbucks and stuff. I tweeted it out. Check it out at Duffman916. Follow me on the Twitter. But check out this graphic. It is hilarious. So, yeah, I got that from my boy. I got to start training him early so that he learns a little bit, loses a little bit of his soul each day, just like good old dad. But no, actually, my work is rewarding, and I do help a lot of people. But it's good to be back, you know. I just thought that was funny. I wanted to share that. And then one more thing on the baby. You guys know the umbilical cord belly button piece actually like falls off. And it actually, that was the thing that grossed me out the most about thinking of the baby. Like, the diapers are going to suck and the vomit and all this shit. And I'm like, I'm just worried about that little like dead nubbin like on him. And then I would like pat him on his belly, or I'll tickle the baby, and I love to eat his little baby fingers and shit. And then I'll like rub him and I'll touch it and I'll jump back because I don't want to like rip the scab off, you know? And it's like, I made a joke and I was like, oh, because we went to change him and I was leaving for work. And Nikki was like, oh, look, babe, his belly button's going to fall off. And I ran back up in there and went into the room we were changing him. I looked and it's just dangling off. I was like, oh, hey, can I eat it? And she's like, ew, no, of course not. I was like, you know, those people, they like save the stuff and they eat it. They're like, I don't think they do it that way. And I was like, oh, come on. And she's like, ew, shut up. Like I was hella teasing her like a child, right? No, I probably wouldn't eat it. No, I wouldn't eat it. So anyway, I'm at work and I get a text and she goes, okay, Tenchi ate Mac's belly button. Tenchi's our dog, our Akita, our 85-pound Akita. And I was like, what do you mean? And then the phone rings. She's like, this story's too much to text. Like, so she's like, I was holding the boy and I got up to get a drink of water, let's say. She got up to do something, and as she was walking by, we have like really light carpet. It's kind of like white carpet. And she sees something on the ground. She's like, ew, what the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, that's probably Mac's belly button. It probably fell off when I was changing him because we have a little pack and play down there. She can change him upstairs or downstairs or whatever. She's like, I'll get that on the way back. I can't bend over right now because with her incision, she had a C-section. She was holding the baby. She's like, I'll get that when I come back. So she was getting water. So she goes over to the changing table to set him down, pick up the thing. She turns to pick up the thing, and Tenchi's just sitting there smiling like, and the thing is gone. She takes off baby's onesie. The belly button booger is gone. And the dog is just sitting there just like,
That was the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Dude.
oh shit, man.
Like raw meat, huh?
And I was like, damn it, Tenchi, I wanted to eat that.
Oh, is this pus? Is it pus?
No, it's a scab.
It's a scab?
It's a scab.
It's
a
your umbilical
It's a
cord
part of the
itself.
umbilical cord. Yeah,
It is the umbilical
it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's the part because so I clipped it,
Yeah.
and then
They
probably
tie
not-
it, and it's the part in between where you clipped it and where it got tied.
it has to separate itself from because that's how they used to get their food and their nourishment, and now it just seals up, and that's why we have that belly button because it goes right into their stomach. So you got to make sure that connection is all healed up because it can get infected and stuff. It's like fucking gross. So we were like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
like we,
That's a trip.
you know. But anyway, so that's been my week.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
I had the other day we were talking at work before I took off, and somebody had mentioned Stephen Hawking. It made me think of a story that I can't believe I haven't told you guys yet. When I was living in Virginia, there was a town called Suffolk that wasn't far from where we lived. And in the town of Suffolk, they're very proud of their legumes. They are peanut farmers through and through. And so they have the Suffolk Peanut Festival every year. We took to calling it the Redneck Fest. 'Cause as soon as you pull in, there's a Bigfoot style monster truck that's got 8 seats in the back of it, and there's some fat rednecks in the back of it eating corn dogs and going on a ride on the big wheel truck, right?
It's a carnival ride.
It's like you get in the back of a monster truck and they drive it around.
Oh, okay.
You're strapped into like a seat in the back seat.
And that's the ride?
Yeah, that is what
Oh,
they do.
Fuck that.
I'd get on it.
No.
I'd hella ride that.
I don't do well in the back seat.
They had all kinds of stuff. I got a free T-shirt for changing a tire in under so many seconds. Like they had like a pneumatic gun there, and it was like a skull.
Get out.
Yeah, I had that shirt forever. Yeah, and you had to change it. It was a skull shirt. It was free, so I wore it.
That's cool.
Did you change the tire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to take it off, and then you had to bounce it up against the wall, and then you had to put it back on. And you had to do it under so many seconds, and then you got a free T-shirt.
That's pretty redneck.
So, yeah.
You might be a redneck if you went to the Suffolk Peanut Festival.
It gets better. There's an annual demolition night, which demolition derby, which I helped my neighbor with a lot, which was a blast, getting it ready, setting the car up, doing all that. That was great. But the best part to me of the Redneck Festival was the keg toss.
Keg toss.
Yes, they had empty
Okay,
beer kegs
empty. Yeah.
that you had to toss. And so we're thinking this is like a carnival, like you're going to win like a silly prize. So we go up there and like, what's the deal with this? And they're like, this is a regional qualifier for the keg tossing championship.
Like the Scottish and the caber toss.
Yeah. So we're like, all right, we got to try this. We get out there, my buddy. He goes first, and we do it kind of like the guy that throws the discus. We figure we're going to grab it, try to get some rotational inertia before
Right.
we throw this thing out into this field. So he goes. Does a pretty good job, I guess. I don't know. It's my turn. You get 2 tosses, so he gets both his tosses. It's my turn, and I go, and as I'm spinning to let go, the keg hits the back of my leg. So I go, oh, shit, this ain't going to be good. So I try to hold on to it, but it was too late. So I let go late to the left. I pull it foul. And I look, as does the entire crowd, in horror, as the keg flies towards a gentleman sitting in a wheelchair by himself.
Oh, no.
So I landed on the chalk machine that was next to the guy in the wheelchair. The chalk goes poof because they had marked the field. Chalk was everywhere. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's just sitting there. It was fairly close, probably 5 or 6 feet. Close enough to scare the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And the lady goes, so, you ready for your second toss?
You're going to give me another shot?
Exactly what I said. She goes, yeah. I said, all right, sure. So I threw another one out there. My other buddy goes, and he throws one out there pretty far.
I mean, how far can you throw a keg? Like 10 feet?
How far was
15 feet? Maybe?
I think my one buddy's country strong dude threw it over 20.
What?
And then we were standing there,
Country strong.
and there was they were setting up for some kind of band or something. And this guy comes down, this big old meathead. It's like a roadie with the band, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And I look over at him, and I look up at him. We're tossing kegs. What do you win? I don't know, some kind of trophy, and you get to go into the regional qualifier. My buddy had been winning so far up to that point, so we were kind of sticking around to see how he did. This big old meathead walks in there. He doesn't twirl. He doesn't do shit. He grabs it with 2 hands, and he throws the keg like it was throwing somebody out of a bar underhand, 10 feet past him. We walked out of there. Losers. Having almost killed the poor bastard in a wheelchair.
It's probably his game. He made it up, and that's how nobody wins. All right, go get Hank. Hank! What?
I still can't believe. Where is this place anyway?
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. Well, this makes a little more sense now. I'm like,
Yeah.
how long of a drive is this from here?
Oh, no.
It sounds like a blast. It reminds me
Oh,
of
it
like
was so much fun.
the
Yeah.
Dutchess County Fair in upstate New York or something. Those country town fairs in the summer. Like we went there in the county fair one year on a trip to New York, and we saw the dock dogs. You know the dock dogs? They run off the docks into the. They'll do it like on rivers and lakes and
It
stuff.
jump hella far?
Yeah, they
My
have it at the
buddy's
state
dog did
fair.
that.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy who lives in down in the Arizona, his had a silver lab that did that. Jumped
Really?
hella far.
It's
Yeah.
so
I want
cool.
a silver lab.
What's a silver lab?
It's a lab that's silver.
It's silver, dude. It's like a variation of a
Yeah.
chocolate, but it's silver.
It's yeah.
Huh?
You never seen a silver lab?
I
huh?
don't think
no?
so. Well, there's like yellow labs, black labs, brown labs, or tan labs.
Chocolate labs.
Chocolate lab. That's what you
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Chocolate,
lab.
I've never heard of a silver lab.
Silver lab. That's right.
He's good.
Orange is gonna pull it up for you
Yeah,
because
please.
he's such a nice guy. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
my buddies. Yeah, that's exactly what he used to look like, man. He's
He
getting old
looks real
now.
dark on that screen. That's not a real
No,
good
I get it.
representation.
I get it. Kind of like the blue pit bulls or the blue Danes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's better. Than
Yeah, with the blue eyes.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
That's pretty.
It's kind of
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, angelish with those eyes. huh?
Angelic.
Angelic. Thank you.
Angelic.
Thank you.
Tech 9.
Well, shit, you guys. I had a good time at the bar this weekend too. The next day, I guess I am drinking a little more than I thought. Now that I think about it.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need to know when to back off.
Yeah, well,
We're all adults.
that's all right. I don't
Enjoy
drink
yourself.
like during the week unless it's a function.
Well, and that's
Like
kinda how I
opening
feel.
day. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you
I'm
gotta-
not okay. We could be doing a whole May challenge, and if we're going to like a company event at the fucking ballpark, I'm having a beer and watching the ballpark.
Right.
And it's like,
Nobody would blame you.
yeah, you're allowed to have a cheat day. Even the best athletes with their weight programs and whatnot, every now and then they have a cheat day.
Except Tom Brady.
So he don't have no cheat days.
His cheat day is avocado ice cream, I think is what I
Ew.
heard. Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
Is it avocado flavored ice cream or
avocado flavored ice
is it
cream.
frozen guacamole?
I don't fucking know what
Yeah,
it
it kind of
is.
already is ice cream. It's just melted.
I just know that's on the TB12 method, man.
So you've been going to. You've been reading up on
No.
the TB12 method.
No, they joke about it on
What is
like,
that a thing?
sports
Oh,
talk
that's a
radio.
thing.
Oh, really?
It is.
Isn't that where they talk about drinking all that too much water? Isn't that the thing?
It's
Wasn't
just
he
his
saying?
regiment, dude?
So so you're doing the opposite, and you're drinking a lot at the bar, huh?
Exactly. I'm on the JT regiment of just fucking vodka. So it was fun though. Like we go and the DJ's our friend, so he plays what we want. It's fucking fun.
At the
man.
Valencia Club?
Yeah,
That's fun up there.
At the
VC.
VC. I want to go. We all got to go out.
Come meet the freshman at the VC if you're listening.
There you go.
It's a good time. It's a good time. They got country music in the front and like hip hop party in the back.
That's crazy.
It is. It's like live bands in the front. It's,
I think I'd be bouncing back and forth between the two.
all the time. That's all we did.
well, you have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I would because I like country dancing.
I
The girls
oh,
like country dancing.
you line
They do.
dance? You know what a line dance?
I line dance a little bit, but I like to swing dance.
Oh, really? I can't dance for shit.
No.
We took dancing lessons before the wedding. It was actually quite fun, and we got it. But then, so it's like I got him for her for Christmas because she wanted to do it, and we get through the lessons. It's like the last lesson. They're like, "Are you sure you can't come back one more time?" Because they're trying to upsell it. You know, the gift certificates run out or whatever. She's like, "No, I think we're good. We just got to like do a dry run or something in the heels." And she's like, "Wait. Well, yeah, I'm wearing heels at the wedding." And we're like, "Yeah, well, how big are those heels?" And they were like, I don't know, like 4-inch heels. And they're like, "Oh, no, you're not." It was a Viennese waltz. And they're like, "Yeah, that's not going to work. Like, you might." So we're like, "We're going to be fine." And me and her were like, "Let's go early and we'll practice. We'll dry run." Never got to the practice. We go out on the dance floor and we go to take the first step. And she's just like, "Nope, can't do it." And I was like, "Abort, abort." She said, "Abort." And then we just kind of did the sway thing. we had it down. We had it going pretty good. We did it to Chris Stapleton Tennessee Whiskey. It was beautiful. I loved it.
It's a
I
good
love
song.
that song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh, that's cool. I want to go. I want to go check it out.
So
VC.
it's a blast. Blew right by it on my way to the mountains this weekend, though.
Yep. Yeah, no, you drive
Yeah.
right by it.
Yeah.
So if you're taking a trip to the mountains, stop in the VC for a drink.
Yeah, there you go. It was needed. My parents, my folks have a place up there. We call it the Mountain House. It's not the Mountain Cabin because it's on a golf course. It's a house in the mountains. And it's great. They rent it out for the season. So the boys were on break. I wanted to go up there. I knew the season hadn't started yet. And they told me that it needed to be de-winterized.
De-winterized?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
it had
I
to be-
guess it snows up there
Yeah,
quite a
so
bit,
we,
or
since we don't go up in the winter, and it's really expensive to keep the heat on enough to keep everything from freezing.
right?
That we drain all the lines, put antifreeze in the toilets, and so everything's disconnected. So I had to go up there, and I have to get all that stuff ready. It's freezing cold when we got there. You know, try to get there in the middle of the day so you can get everything pumping before the night. The hot water heater was leaking. It wasn't working at all. And then the bottom valve was leaking. I couldn't get the shut off. They came out. It was the element that was out. So they swapped out the element. But that thing's 30 years old. So Moms wants us to go back up there. So that's why I proposed the first annual The Outhouse Productions corporate retreat.
Yes.
in a
Oh, so
few
we can
weeks.
fix the fucking water heater.
Yes.
That was the whole thing behind. I see where you're working now.
Well, I think that I don't think there was any trickery there because I believe during the text thread he's like, "Hey man, hey Fresh, do you know how to change a water heater?" And you're like, "Fucking A, where do we go?" And he's like, "Well, I want to go up to the mountain house." I don't know. But that's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. It's nice up there. The river's right out the back. You get up in the morning, you get your coffee. Ooh, speaking of coffee. All right. So I asked Tangelo to make coffee. We didn't have any hot water. We finally get the hot water heater going. I want to jump in the shower. So I say, hey, son, make coffee because I don't know how to make coffee, like in the coffee pot. He knows how to use a Keurig and order a tall latte.
If you can't use a Keurig, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
No, we have a coffee pot up there.
No,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
Yes.
with
No, no, no.
filters
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't have a clue. So I explained it to him. Just put in. He's like, well, I saw you do it yesterday. He's like, well, just put in.
Is this the older or
Yeah.
the? Oh, okay.
Put in every scoop you put in there. Add 2 cups of water. He's like, we were on the side. I go, yeah, on the side. He goes, oh, okay. So I go get in the shower and I come out and I look in the kitchen and the kitchen floor is covered in coffee. And I look over at the coffee pot and he had taken the lid, since it didn't make sense that the lid would be on there because then the coffee wouldn't be able to get into the pot. So he slid it in there with the lid straight up. And it's one of those pots that needs to be released to let everything out. When you slide the pot in with that little knob, it releases it so you can pour it out while it's brewing.
Yeah.
So it just overflowed everywhere. In the cabinets, on the floor.
Of course.
Oh,
Doesn't have a clue how to make pot of coffee.
They-
And that's my fault.
Hey, people. Yeah, a lot of people probably
For
don't know how to make
assuming.
a pot of coffee anymore. Honestly,
Yeah,
you go drive by Starbucks in the morning. It's fucking ridiculous.
it's crazy.
Fucking ridiculous. I would never stop there. Never.
In the morning,
Fuck no.
you got to get up early.
or you fucking mobile order. Mobile order is the
And
best
walk
thing in
in.
the world.
Yeah,
I don't need that fancy fucking coffee shit.
Oh, I
expensive
would
habit.
go. Yeah,
you have it too, don't you?
I've done really well since we. So Nikki got me a Keurig. Hollywood got me a Keurig for Christmas, and it's nice looking. And she picked it. It matches the counter. I'm like, that's fucking cool. And when I registered, if you registered the product, they gave you like 50% off the boxes of the pods. So I got like 3 boxes of the pods. I still have like a box and a half left, and I set it up in the end.
Yeah, $3.
The end
Dude, that's
of January.
like that's like 30-something bucks in coffee.
Oh, yeah, it was going to be way more, but it was all 50% off since I registered the product. It was cool. So I haven't been going every day, and it's
good.
It's saving. Yeah, it's super
A
cool.
ton of money.
That's good.
And then if I ever want one, I don't feel as bad because it's like, I haven't done this in a while.
No, yeah.
And it's like, man, I'll get one. You know, I got one on Monday. Like,
Maybe
again,
once a
I'm
week or
easing back
something,
into the
I'll
work.
get one.
Yeah.
But I just started drinking better coffee at work, and that's why we bring good coffee to the Mountain House, because I enjoy in the morning. You get up, the sun's coming up, and it's in your
Folgers
face.
in your
oh,
cup.
dude, it's
It's like a fucking commercial. Yeah.
Everybody's all smiling and shit.
Oh man, it's great. It's just like the sun just beating down on me.
That would help your fucking mellow, dude. That's what I like.
So what do you get? You just get a nice pack of grounds.
Yeah.
Do you get the beans and grind them yourself?
No.
I got a
don't wanna
grinder
go
and
there.
beans.
We do here.
Yeah.
I just grab it on the way up there for the house because we know it'll get used up all weekend. So
If you want, I can bring a grinder and beans for the coffee
Yeah,
thing.
pack if you
You
want.
got filters,
yeah.
so we're good on that.
Uh-huh.
Just grinder and beans. Yeah, let me get you some good coffee.
So yeah, it's great because you can walk right out the back door. You walk right down by the river, and you're in the forest. You don't have to cross anything. There's no fence. I mean, there's a fence in the back of the property, but you guys saw the pictures. There's nothing to it.
But you said it's on a golf course?
The golf course is on the other side, so it's in a golf course community. It's not on the golf course.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it backs up to the river.
Oh, so you don't get like free rounds and shit.
No.
Do you ever golf when you're up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why they bought it, because they like to go up there and golf.
pretty
So,
nice course.
Yeah, that's where I learned how to play golf.
How much is a round up there?
In the summertime, during like
Peak.
the peak is
Yeah.
80 something.
With the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other courses up there like Grizzly Ranch and White Hawk. They're about $1.25, $1.15. There's one called the Dragon, which is video game golf. It's absolutely absurd. The only time your feet are level with the ball on the whole golf course is when you're on a tee box.
Wait, what?
It's just like, it's all hilly. There's like one hole, like you hit a ball to the left 15 yards and it goes down a 400-foot canyon. It's crazy hard golf course.
Don't they call that a links style golf course?
No, Links is different. This is a mountain course.
Oh, wow.
Links has a lot of hills.
What do you mean video game? Or it's just
I
absurd
say
like a
it's
video
so
game?
absurd like a video game.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't-
And the name of the course is Dragon?
The Dragon.
Really?
That's awesome.
Is that one? You played it?
I love dragons.
Oh.
What? Why are you talking about Game of Thrones, motherfucker?
Game of
I
Thrones
told
nerd.
you to listen.
I'm a nerd. You just said dragon. That's all I had to do.
How much is that course? $125 or
No, you can always find deals too.
Well,
in the
that
afternoon.
golfnow.com
Yeah.
or whatever, like the website.
If you go in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you can find a deal.
Twilight.
So, yeah.
Oh,
There's a couple. We'll play the end of the
That'd be
season
cool.
probably.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So not only did I need to get away, apparently, so did the dogs. These things, they're wild animals now. They just love that they could shoot out the back door and they can just go be free.
I bet.
So, well, you would think that the crackhead, obviously, right? She's hauling logs around. If you didn't see it, you got to go to the Twitter
I
at
saw it.
Mr.
That was big
_125.
ass log.
That's a log, dude. It's not a
Hammerhead
stick.
dog.
Yeah. The other one is a scaredy cat. So last week when I was getting that picture ready for you, to help with the deep in the outhouse where I was meditating,
That was perfect, too.
I knew I had the stool for it. Right? I was like, I can sit on this. He'll just chop it out. This is going to be perfect.
Came out kind of cool, right?
Oh, I love it, dude. It's amazing. I can't wait until we can talk about it, and I think it's going to be great for the multiple things. But coming soon, deep in the outhouse. But so the I get the stool. I go in the bedroom, and I set the stool down, and Lissy was asleep, and I woke her up. And she woke up, and that little dog that waddles around here and is afraid of everybody, and she was barking as, you know how dogs get real nasty sometimes when they bark? Like if you see them in slow motion, you're like, wow, that's ugly. She had that going, and she was barking as loud as she could, and she was running away from me and peeling out on the hardwood because she couldn't get traction.
Not getting traction. Yeah.
She goes towards Mama, so Mama's leaning. She's sitting in bed, but she starts leaning away. She's like, what? And the dog runs under the bed, scared the living poo out of this dog. It wouldn't come out of the bed. It was staring at me. It knew it was me. It was looking at Honey. She's like, I ain't coming out. There's a stranger out there. That little stool scared the crap out of her. She hits the woods and she's gone. She just takes off. She loves it. It's amazing.
Did Mama come up there and meet you?
No. No, the dog.
Oh, okay.
The dog hits the woods.
Well, yeah. But I thought you said she looked at Mama.
No, this was when I dropped the stool the other night. I was
saying,
okay.
okay.
How scared she is. She's a scaredy cat.
Right.
So what I was saying is that she gets to the forest. She's not afraid of anything. We lose her. And you got to call for her. And so this is where the mythical white deer comes into play. Because if you've ever watched her run, like when we go down to the park over here, she runs like a deer. All of her legs get up. And so you would whistle, and you're in these tall pine trees, and there's not a whole lot of underbrush. But there's enough, and you would see her in the distance like in a movie. You would just see this white flash. And you would whistle, and then all of a sudden she'd be way over here. And she would come up, and she would just look at you like she'd never been happy in her life. And then she would run off again. The dog never stopped running in the forest. It was hilarious.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Oh, it was so great.
That brings out the best of the dog, you know?
Oh, we had such a good time. And then that dam we built, we moved nature. Sent you guys some of those pictures, right? Of us building the dam. We just decided we were going to jam
for
this
fun.
one. Yeah, and then we ended up spending 3 hours there. I wore my fingers down. The skin's missing on the tips of my fingers from digging the rocks out of the rock
That's
bed.
what that was? I thought you were climbing or some shit.
That's what I thought you were doing. I was like,
Right?
did you climb a hill or
It's
did you
climbing.
fall down a hill and were trying to stop yourself?
What did I
Just
say?
pick it up and move
That's
it
why I
around.
said
I'll show
Ninja
you
Warrior
guys.
training. Because I thought you were climbing fucking rocks.
Yeah,
So I was like,
dude, I would love to do one of those one day.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be fun.
Hopefully, I
At a
don't throw
corporate
out my
retreat?
back. Yeah, for our 5-year anniversary, we're gonna like go to like one of those Ninja Warrior places.
Oh, I would love
Remember
to
that
watch
one
that. I watched
Wipeout,
all
and they
of them.
did it over the like water in like L.A. in
That
a
was all of
studio.
them, wasn't it? They did all of them
I
under
don't
the
know.
water.
Anyway,
I never watched it.
You never watch Wipeout?
it was pretty funny.
Oh, I thought you said Ninja Warrior.
Oh, well, we were. This guy mentioned Wipeout.
it was kind of similar, but they did all
It's
their
really
obstacles like
goofy.
over water.
It's-
Oh,
it-
yeah. It was ridiculous.
It was a little
Yeah,
more
yeah.
They
goofy.
stole from the Japanese game show.
Yeah.
Oh, me and the boys used to watch it all the time because it was so ridiculous.
One of those punching like,
Yeah.
doing,
When
like
they
those
would run
cartoon-
by?
Yeah, and it just knock them into the water.
I mean, American Ninja Warrior is stolen from the Japanese show.
Yeah.
What's it called? Sasuke?
is that
Sasuke.
Is that what it's called in Japanese?
Yeah. And
It's just Ninja Warrior there, though.
That's what I thought.
right.
Anyway,
Where do you guys like to get away?
man, for me, New York. I've been actually jonesing to go to New York a little bit. I haven't been in a long time, and I really want to go. And whenever I go to New York, it really just feels like home. But locally, Monterey. My family, we used to vacation there. That's where we would like to go. My parents always liked going to the ocean, going to see the ocean. My dad would go out there and he would swim. It used to freak me out. I was born afraid of sharks. I've always just had this healthy fucking fear of the ocean. Like, it cripples me sometimes. Like, I'll want to go out there into the ocean, and then it's like, I can't really fucking do it. Like, I got to get back in.
Same way.
I would love to go out there and swim. So Dad would go out there, and he would be swimming, and you could only see his head, and he's, like, waving back at us, and I'm bawling in tears as, like, a 6 or 7 year old, like, Dad, make him come in, like, freaking out. It took me a minute to get used to it, but he would do it every time. And that's where we would go. Like, we didn't have a lot of money or anything like that growing up, but they always took us on trips and stuff. But, I mean, we went to Disneyland once or twice, and we would go to New York a couple times or whatever. And, but, yeah, pretty much the regular was, like, going down to Pacific Grove. And they did it long after I was a ornery teen, and I wouldn't go with them because I wanted to stay home and have parties and have people over, right? But they would always go. They would get tickets to go to the AT&T Celebrity Pro-Am golf tournament. They used to like watching Bill Murray. You know, they would be in the gallery, and they'd be standing right next to Kevin Costner, and then Kevin Costner goes and takes a shot, or Tiger Woods goes by, or somebody like that. So they're driving, they're in the car, they're crossing, or they're stopped at a crosswalk. A bunch of people are going. This is a few years ago, and Bill Murray is in this group of people in the crosswalk crossing the street, and just like collapses on the hood of their car. Like, oh, like you hit me, like, oh, and he wears all this loud, like weird shit. If you Google like AT&T,
I love when he goes, yeah.
And so they just always go, and I hadn't been down there with the family in a long time. So not last year, but the year before in September, we all went down there because my mom has been battling cancer, and we all thought it went away. So we went down there and we were all celebrating. Like, she lost her hair and the whole nine, and we went to the Salvador Dali Museum, and at this time I had an oil pen, a cannabis oil pen. So like I would just break that thing out like in the Monterey Bay Aquarium and just be like real quick looking at a fish, just like, and then like slowly exhale it as you're walking away so that the vapor isn't too much in somebody's face. Because if you're hitting those oil pens, like it can pull out a big hefty whiff of smoke and an odor as well. Or I would go out on the balcony and like look at the seagulls with the, and they have the telescope and stuff, and just take a couple rips off it, go and
just
look
that
at the
patio back there.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
patio.
a beautiful view.
Oh,
especially
it's amazing.
When the tide is in and it's getting really high. The waves are against the rocks.
You're looking out to the ocean and I'm ripping this pen, looking at all the
Monterey.
fish. Love it. So we went to the Salvador Dali Museum. I was like super stoned, having a great time with the family. They rented this house, and we should all do it sometime. That would be a good place to have a retreat. It was walking distance to like Lovers Point or whatever it's called down there. You could just walk right to the ocean. They had like $1 million houses for like, they were like a 1-bedroom. It was $1 million, but it was right by the ocean.
What do you remember about Lovers Point?
We would go down there and we would walk the dog down there, or Nikki and I would go down there, and I would sit on the rocks and smoke J's and then go back into the house.
Do you remember how fat the fucking ground squirrels are there? Because the people feed them?
I don't recall
It's
that.
ridiculous. They're all obese. You look at them, they look like a Disney obese
Cartoon
ground
squirrel. Yeah, because they're just getting they don't even have to forage.
Nothing. The people are just throwing stuff to them
feeding
all
them.
day long.
Yeah, so we went down. I don't know. I didn't see that, but we do love us some ground squirrels. It's actually a thing of ours. So like, I'm surprised we missed that. There was like a wedding going on. There was a lot of people there, but it was cool because one night we went out and we sat on the point and we sat on the rock, and because even though it's cool to go out with the family and have a family vacation, you still need to get away from the family when you're all sharing a house sometimes. And it was like, you know what? I'm going to walk, right? So we went on a walk. I smoked a J under the stars with her on the Lovers Point. It was like
a good one.
Beautiful, man. It does have a very home feeling. I would love to retire down there. We went and played golf at the Pacific Grove Golf Links, also known as Poor Man's Pebble Beach. It's a cool little place.
Still nice, I bet.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love it. I play every time if we go. I really want to hit real Pebble.
I got a
Ooh, that would be fun. That's gonna happen.
well, Grasshopper owes me around there.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. I have a buddy that lives down there, and it's always says we're welcome. He's retired now. Says we're welcome to go stay and golf whenever we want. He works at, I don't remember which one he works at, but he's a retired cop, and now he just works at golf courses, so he gets free golf, and he lives in Monterey.
Hey, that's cool. That's what I want my dad to do with his retirement. I was like, go fucking shag balls at Hagen. Get us some golf, bro.
When I worked at that country club I was talking about earlier,
Yeah.
about half of us were high school kids and the other half were old retired guys. And they worked the shifts we couldn't work just so they could get free golf.
Yeah. That's what Manjeet's dad did. He would get free
Yeah,
at
he worked
Tillman.
at Teal.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is a fantastic.
Oh, it's a
idea.
great. A lot
That's
of
what
guys
I want to
do.
do.
Oh,
Free golf, baby.
hell yeah.
And then
You
you're
marshal
working.
one day a week. You know, that's what this other guy does. He marshals like 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
He had to do a background check. I think he works at one of the bigger golf
One of
courses.
the
down
nice.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love me some Monterey.
Monterey's
I love
great.
Pacific
I love
Grove.
it. We've been talking about going.
We went to this restaurant after the aquarium, and it was like the thing that annoyed me about that trip was the food and the eating, because like my brother and his wife are vegan. Everybody's picky, and I would be like, let's all freaking eat, and then it's always like this dilemma, like where to eat, where can everybody eat, and they were like gonna go, and I think they said they had a great meal, and I'm sure it was fine, but they went to go eat at the cafeteria at the aquarium, and I was like, that's gonna be like super gouged, and how
There are
good
so many good places to eat down there.
and I was like, I'm not doing it. And Nikki and I were just like, you know what? We're gonna go to a restaurant. We'll catch you later at the wherever we went. I don't know if we went back to the aquarium or whatever, but we went to this restaurant. We sat on the water. I had cioppino for the first time. It was fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite things to eat now. We had wine. It was like a work day, so we were literally on vacation. It was the middle of the day. I wasn't checking my phone. We were just vibing. It was one of the best times that I've had in a long fucking time.
Those are good moments.
Yeah, and I
That's
wanna
why
go
you
back.
need to get away.
Yeah, you gotta go. Want to get away?
You want
Hashtag Southwest. Hashtag free tickets.
This guy wants to get away for free.
I have an aunt that's been in the Southwest magazine. Maybe she's got some pull.
Oh, why was she in the magazine?
She's worked there for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A stewardess?
No,
A flight attendant, pardon me?
No, she works as a at the ticket counter.
Oh, okay.
But she's worked in New Orleans for 20-something years now, and they put her in the magazine. So
That's
she was
cool.
always another person that will always put us up. My aunt that never had kids that lives in New Orleans. Yeah, she likes to party.
Dude, I want to go to New Orleans.
And yeah, I had a
Didn't
couple
you-
buddies that were just at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And my
yeah.
parents went to see with my aunt. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
that's
buddy
fun.
was trying to
Try
FaceTime
that.
me when chicks were whipping him out and shit.
Yeah, and then
He's like,
you
"Oh, I'm gonna get you some titties, dude. I'm gonna get you some titties." He's like running around. He never did get me any titties.
No,
on FaceTime.
you got some titties, and you texted them to
Yeah,
us,
it
and
was
they
a
were the
picture.
tiniest bee sting titties I'd ever seen. I was
know.
like, it's always the girl, no offense, ladies, but it's always the one that doesn't have any boobs that wants to show you the boobs, and you're like, God damn it, what the
Which
fuck?
is funny because this guy is all about big boobs. He loves big boobs.
I'm not.
I don't care. I'm not picky. But dude, that's what's
Beggars
that.
can't be choosers.
Yeah, exactly.
Take what you can get.
You're right about that, sir.
Oh my god.
That's all right. I'm not talking about that front. Let's not go there.
No, that's cool. This the point is like everybody needs to take a break and turn off sometimes. And like we were saying it earlier, just that 10 minutes away from your focus. We used to do this thing when we were playing video games a lot, and you get stumped on this level and you cannot beat the level, and you've been playing for like maybe 2 hours or whatever, and it's just you just get burnt on it, and you fall into this pattern of unproductive repetition. And you so let's call it. Let's stop playing. The second you pop that disc in or press power on that system the next day, and you go back to that level at that save point, done. And you're like,
Yeah.
why couldn't I have done this last
Right,
night?
'cause
You needed a fresh
focus.
set of eyes on
Yeah,
it, or
your
a fresh
focus
set
was
of ears.
I
on
like
the mix.
how you bring back all the things we did at kids that we didn't think were productive, like crank calling people, and that's why you're so good at cold calling in your job.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh yeah, I had to take 10-minute breaks, so I was better at video games, and how absolutely applicable that is to every part of life.
Well, I didn't know that then.
Yeah,
this
but
is
it's
in
fun. That's what I'm saying. I
retrospect.
love how you always pull that
Yeah.
up. You're like, yeah, we knew back then.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. Like, if we're not learning from our experiences, if we're not, a mistake is a gift. When there's a mistake, everybody makes mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen. Let's own up to it, have accountability. But if you don't learn from it and you continually make that mistake, like, what the fuck? Like, that's not okay. But if you can accept that gift and use it to not make that mistake or try not to, I mean, accidents happen. That's different. But learning from our experiences, that's half of what we're doing out here in the world as people, you know?
You have to.
Otherwise, you're just fucking
failing.
walking into walls.
Yeah.
Just like in circles and into this wall. You're like the fucking Roomba.
Yep. Fucking not even cleaning shit up though. At least that does its job, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you guys ready for a new game?
Yeah.
I'm down to play a game.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, who said that shit? All right, this is a new segment we're going to propose. We're going to see how it goes.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. And today, we're going to see who said something between Julius Caesar or Kanye West.
Wait. So let me get this straight. You're going to read something probably quite ridiculous. And Orange and I have
There's
to
no fucking probably about it.
and Orange and I need to figure out if it was Kanye West or Julius Caesar.
Right.
I'm down, man. I'm down.
Okay. Okay, number 1. Nothing in life is promised except death.
Are we do you want to go through these and write them down like
Let's just have fun with
let's
it.
just fuck with
Yeah,
it?
let's just fuck
Yeah,
with it.
fuck
All right.
that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Nothing in life is promised except death. Julius Caesar
Yeah,
or
I'm
Kanye
going
West?
Caesar.
I know, but it almost sounds like a trick question. But isn't that a common thing?
That's
Nothing
the
in
whole
life
point.
is promised except death and
I
taxes.
think all of these are going to be
Kanye.
kind of trick question sounding.
Well,
I
that's
believe.
yeah. So I'm gonna go with Kanye West on this one.
Caesar.
So you're going Caesar, huh? Okay. Answer is Kanye West.
Yeah. And I wonder how bad they chopped this up to make him look
Yeah,
bad. A lot of people just they jump on the bandwagon of hating. I love Kanye
What do you mean
West.
chopped him up?
Well, do you know? Well, and that's what. Not to get too sidetracked here, but like with the whole fake news thing and stuff, like or media has been doing it forever. Like they'll take a soundbite of you, but they'll repeat it or print it out of context. So it's like, yeah, maybe he said that, but maybe it was part of a big ass fucking paragraph of other shit that he said that really made a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
But you pick the one moment where I drop the egg, and that's the video that you
There's
show.
nothing wrong with what he said right there.
No, I'm just saying though. That's I want to see the slant on this article.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
All right. Number 2. In the end, it's impossible not to become what others believe you are. Julius Caesar or Kanye West. In the end, it's impossible not to become what others believe you are.
I'm going to say it's Caesar again because he became a monster, and he didn't think he was when he started.
All right, Orange. Duffman.
I think it's very synonymous with Kanye West.
Yeah. It's so hard. Okay.
I feel so much pressure. I feel like I'm on Jeopardy and there's like no money at stake.
That's funny.
But I'm freaking out. I'm gonna go Kanye West again.
The answer is Julius Caesar.
All right.
Mr. Orange.
All right.
Gets himself a dinger. Good job.
Hey man, you owe me a dinger for the first question.
Oh, Duffman. There's
All
the
right,
dinger.
all right.
And that's for Mr. Orange on the first one. All right. What we wish, we readily believe. And what we ourselves think, we imagine others think also. What we wish, we
It's too
readily
wordy to be
believe.
Kanye. I got to go Caesar again.
And what we ourselves think, we imagine others think also. Oh, man, this is tough.
I know. I'm going Kanye on this one. I'm gonna say that every time.
right.
I'm so
we
biased.
got
Yeah,
Mr.
I know, I
Orange
know.
is Team Caesar for sure.
Yeah.
We got Duffman, Team Kanye. All right.
I didn't wear this polo for nothing. No.
The answer is Julius Caesar.
Oh, all right.
Mr. Orange.
All right.
Attaboy. That's 2-1. Orange. Number 4. I am like a vessel, and God has chosen me to be the voice and connector.
Kanye West.
Gotta be Kanye, but is it that simple?
I don't think it is. I thought it was going to be anyway.
And the answer is Kanye West.
All right.
Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, anybody comparing themselves to God? Did Julius Caesar do that? I don't know.
Probably.
All right, number 5. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith.
I'm going Kanye.
Orange says Kanye.
I'm going to go Kanye. As well.
Kanye is the answer. And you guys are wrong.
Is it Caesar?
Julius Caesar. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith.
Ah, see, that was my gut. I should have gone with my gut. That's why I was a bad test taker. Because
All
I
right.
would overanalyze them.
2 more, gentlemen. 2 more. With great blessings come great responsibility.
Wait, wasn't that fucking Peter
Peter
Parker's
Parker.
grandpa
Drink.
or Peter Parker's uncle, Uncle Ben? Wait,
That was with great power. This is with great blessing comes great responsibility. So, I guess you guys are taking a power swab here.
it's like tuna fish before a test.
So not Peter Parker, but it may have been stolen.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Caesar.
I'm going Caesar.
Caesar, and you guys are wrong.
What?
Christmas.
That was Kanye West, gentlemen.
That was Kanye West paraphrasing Uncle Ben.
No.
Yep, that's where it's going to get you because it could have been one or the other.
Jeez.
All right. Last but not least, are you guys keeping track of this? How many?
I have 2 right.
Sure.
I think
sure.
Orange has like 4 right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
he
think-
he stayed Team Caesar,
3.
and it helped him out a little. Number 7, if you must break the law, do it to seize power.
I'm going Caesar.
I mean, he did, so you got to go Caesar.
Ooh, the answer is Julius Caesar, gentlemen.
All right.
You both get an extra point, and thanks for playing tonight.
All right. I wonder how many of those we can find that'd be fun. Oh, there you go.
How many quizzes of... Yeah.
Yeah, that we can find out there. So,
That would be funny.
Well, that was fun.
yeah.
That's a little kick in the pants. It could be a little bit better, but hey, we're dry running that one for you.
That's fun.
Send us
Same
your
shit,
feedback.
different toilet. Yeah, send us your feedback. Let us know if you have a group of quotes you want us to ask the Duffman and Mr. Orange.
Next week, I think we need to have another shit happens. I got to get Pepto on the show.
Should we
Wait. Who's Pepto?
Pepto, that's right.
And these are all nicknames that you had before we started this shit, right? Or is Pepto a...
Oh, no. He'll tell you. That's
Is
his
that
shit
the
happens
shit
story.
happen?
It's, shit happens, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
When's that debuting again? When are we
Hopefully
bringing that
next
back?
week.
Yeah, next week.
All right, so
Let's do it.
look forward to that.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Absolutely. And I should have Deep in the Outhouse numbers 1 and 2 out this week.
Yeah,
You got 2?
Yeah.
that's right.
So get myself some awesome artwork from our amazing art manager. What do you call you? What are you? Our creative director?
I'm Duffman.
Duffman.
He's Duffman. That's just
We all pitch in how we can, man.
Yeah. No, it's been great, man. I love it. I love all the stuff you've been doing so far.
Oh, thanks, man.
yeah, it's cool, man.
I think it's fun that this hobby provides me the opportunity to get back into that hobby a little bit, because I used to dabble in the art a little bit more, and I never touch anything now. So just this creative outlet that we're creating here with what we're doing.
It's good for your brain, dude.
It is.
The entire
Not
process
just getting
of this.
away, but that's a different form of getting away.
It is.
You zone out,
Yeah.
right? You really do. You block out. It's a form of meditation.
It is. It is.
This whole thing is really my form of getting away. Honestly,
I put the
mean,
baseball game on. I was just drawing. It was like cool. I got to watch the opening day I saw my opening day. I was, she does it, man, and I love her for it. I don't even have to ask, but she like knew what was going on. She put the boy in the Yankees onesie. I had the Yankee blanket on my feet because for whatever reason it was cold in that beginning of that day game. We made chili dogs. I was drinking beer. I got to hold the baby in the Yankee onesie
yeah.
watching opening day.
Hell yeah.
First at bat, Giancarlo Stanton rips a home run. It was fucking sick. He hit 2 that day. It was a great fucking day, man.
Well, I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you getting all those firsts.
Right.
Oh,
Can't wait to have them with grandkids. We were coming home from your house last week, and my vasectomy is now scheduled for the end of the month. We all saw those babies. We're like, I can't do it. I can't
Oh,
start over.
serious?
Oh yeah. I'm happy for you and all the experiences.
Well,
I've had them.
yeah, you guys
and then
have
I'll get
been
them
doing
again
it.
later. So
Yeah.
Maybe another one.
Oh yeah,
I
because we
don't
brought
think
2 babies over, huh? I got to hold my nephew for the first time at Easter, because the only time I'd ever seen him, he'd been asleep. Actually, that was the only time I'd ever seen him, the other weekend when you guys were there.
so. How
that was
many
a-
days apart are they? They're pretty close,
3.
right? 3 days apart?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
And then
crazy.
they're gonna love it growing up.
oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
Christmases,
yeah, just them. Period. Just being that
barbecues.
close.
Oh, and
Yeah.
them, that bond, they're gonna
Yeah.
have that relationship.
Yeah.
So their good friend, who's like friend of ours, like through them, right? But they're closer with my brothers and their friend. They just had a baby, and like yesterday, and she was pregnant, but that baby was like 20 days early or something.
Oh,
But I think everything's chill. I think
20 days isn't that early.
Yeah, they said
I mean,
everything's
it's
fine.
not- yeah.
But all those kids are going to be coming up, and then
gonna be awesome.
Manjeet's brother-in-law, he's a little older. He's going to be 1 here, but he'll be nailed down in the crew. So all these, it's like a whole new way. It's #baby season.
Yeah.
Freaking spring.
I was
man.
telling this old friend that I hadn't really seen since my whole divorce and separation back years ago, and it was like shit got weird at first with them, and then like we all kind of lost touch. It's actually Erratic's like best friend. She was actually my first girlfriend back in like fucking 4th grade or some shit. Actually, my first girlfriend in California. I had a girlfriend as a little player in New York. No, just kidding. But
Is that side booty?
she texted or whatever. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Oh, like briefly catch up through the texts or whatnot." And then it was in the hospital, and I said #baby season, and she's like, "Fuck that, we're trying to go to Hawaii." #Maui season.
Well, why don't we hit him with a little positivity at the end of this motherfucker?
Yeah, man.
So I was thinking, since I was in the mountains, it makes me think of John Muir every time I'm there. Do you guys familiar with John Muir?
Who's John Muir?
I've been to
Explain.
Muir Woods,
You've heard of the Muir Woods, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
It's
Where-
in the
San Franish.
It's in the North Bay.
Okay. Yes,
So-
I've been through there.
He
and-
was a conservationalist, a naturalist. He was just a big proponent of the woods, going to the woods.
Okay.
And so that's why they have that dedicated space to him. His birthday's coming up in 2 weeks, which is also, or 3 weeks. That coincides with National Parks Week. So in a couple episodes, we're going to be talking about national parks a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. So I thought I would steal a positivity quote from him today. So here it goes. No traveler, whether a tree lover or not, will ever forget his first walk in a sugar pine forest. The majestic crowns approaching one another make a glorious canopy, through the feathery arches of which the sunbeams pour, silvering the needles and gliding the stately columns and the ground into a scene of enchantment.
That's deep. You're getting deep in this outhouse test session.
That's just what the last few days was for me. I spent a lot of time just staring out into the trees, into the sugar pines, just sitting in that chair, and was baking a little bit, and it was just a reaffirming and uplifting experience for me the last couple days. So
A nice positive.
can't wait to
getaway
share that with you guys in a couple weeks.
in nature.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Very poetic quote.
Looking forward to it.
I loved that. That was great.
Well, hey, that's going to bring our show to a close tonight, shitheads. Thanks for stepping into the outhouse with us here on Same Shit, Different Toilet.
Hey, make sure you go to Twitter, check out some of those pictures of me and the kids building dams up in the wilderness, and that crazy crackhead dog I got at Mr_Orange25. Go to the outhouse, sign up for our various forums, brackets, and what we got going on, and coming soon with my beautiful co-host, Mama KGB, deep in the outhouse.
Hell yeah, man. This is Duffman, and you can catch me at Duffman916 on IG and the Twitter. Search SSDT on the Apple Podcast app. Download and listen to the show, shitheads. And finally, coming soon, lacing shit up with my man Fresh and Erratic.
That's right. You could find me on the Twitter at JT_fresh with a 3, not an E. Check us out on Instagram, SSD Toilet. You can find us on all your favorite podcasts, man. Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud. And yeah, coming soon to YouTube, shitheads. Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.
This is what happens when you